Okay, it's now recording. Okay, great.
Laura is coming.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, she probably thought we just had a test. So let me share screen. Okay, so a lot of this is just like simplifying. Really, I mean, if you simplify this right here, oops. If you simplify that, hopefully you could see that that's 5 times 3, and that's 5 times 13. The 5's cancel. So you just get 3 out of 13. That's all. Sometimes you need to do a little factoring. And again, I am recording this, so if you just want to kind of sit back and watch and jot this down later, you could. So I factor on x from the top. Things kind of cancel there. So you just get that. What I don't want you doing some people think that x squares will just cancel out very nicely. They're like, oh yeah, let's just do that. And the answer is 7x. That's very bad. Please don't do that. You never would get this. You wouldn't say, oh yeah, let's just cross off those 4s and the answer is 5. No, it's 9/4, right? Because actually you got to add 4 to 5 first, because it's kind of like those invisible parentheses and then you divide afterwards. So just make sure you're mindful about that we don't just think those x squares will cancel, so you don't want to conflate or confuse concepts. So really you need to factor, because x is now being multiplied x plus 7, and then you can cross off x's. Like here, yes, can I cross off x plus 1s? Absolutely, because they're all connected by multiplication. My final answer is just that. Here, I could factor you see those cancel. Save that. This is a little tricky. So you can actually factor out -1 from the bottom. And then those will cross off, leave with 1 over -1. So that's a little thing you can do. Is pull out -1. So if you have like a minus x, it's just -1 times x minus a, So that's just something that you can pull out of your back pocket, some of these kind of situations. So I felt this was kind of a good thing to talk about Chapter 8, because you are going to have to do some factoring anyway, or simplifying on our Chapter 7 test. So I figured it's not anything that's too crazy to talk about. That's not going to overwhelm you. But I just feel like at least we need to kind of at least introduce the topic of rational expressions when you have like basically 2 polynomials, a ratio of 2 polynomials. We've talked about polynomials already. That was back in January when I was gone for leave. But now you have a ratio of them. And then you're just like, working through some stuff with them, like simplifying. There'll be graphs we'll do, and there'll be a video on that, which I'll post by tomorrow. But yeah. So I'm gonna wipe this out. So here's some more. In this case, I would kind of just multiply across. You guys should know that. And then, of course, just kind of look at these vertically. And you should get just this. 7 times x6 times y. There you go. And what I'll probably do with the homework over the weekends, I'll give you a video on the graphs of these. That's 8.2 and 8.3. I'll have a Google form, and I might just throw in a couple questions in Google form about this kind of stuff. Like, can you simplify? Tell me what the answer is. Nothing too hard. Example 7. You want to do some factoring, right? So I could probably factor out 3x from here. I could probably factor out x plus 5x minus 4. I could probably factor x plus 5x minus 1. And you can think of it as like one big fraction. You can actually bridge. And think of it like that, right? That's totally a fair thing to do. And then we can cross stuff off. So those go away. Those go away. And this is a little tricky, but these actually go away as well. You can think of this as -1 times x minus 1. And then those cancel. So you have -1 times x minus 4. Or -x plus 4. So I did factoring, and I just crossed stuff off. Now, one way you could check your work is, let's say we let x equal a number. But we want to make sure we don't get anything undefined. So say we let x equal 2. Of course, you get 2 when you plug in -x plus 4. But also you're going to plug 2 into here as well. 6 minus 12 over 4 plus 8 minus 5. 4 plus 2 minus 20 over 6. Get -6/7 times -14 over 6. Yeah, you will get 2. So you can always check your work for these kind of things that you've actually simplified correctly by plugging the numbers into the simplified form as well as the original expression, and you should get the same output. And again, the algebra is showing is you're factoring and then cross stuff off. Let's just do one more example, just because I want to make sure I got to the same place I got with B period. Any questions so far on this? No? Okay. Last one, it's kind of similar, but just a little bit different. You have division. So make sure you flip the second fraction. Then factor stuff out. Uh, 6 and 5, yeah. And you kind of bridge the gap here. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. You get 7/2. So that's 8.4, what 8.4 is all about. Just multiplying fractions, stuff like that, simplifying, dividing, not too hard. So I think we should be okay. Any last minute questions about the test before we started? And if you have any questions during the test itself, definitely you could email me. If I feel we might need to hop on a Zoom session, I'll send you a link. I do need a little break right now and just taking care of the kids. So, but you guys have 4 hours, so you can start at any. I mean, don't start at 4 o'clock or 4:30. Try to do it soon, the next hour, or you could just do it right away. But you do get the full 4 hours, so I'm not gonna, monitor that. So if you need, I don't think you need that much time. I think you guys could do it in an hour. Okay, so let me stop this.